What spews up what? Spews what? Oh, it spits it. I'm excited, super excited, because we are unboxing the Roomba i7 Plus, or for those details, i7550. But I'm excited because we are going to try and integrate it in with the processors of the likes of Stitchy. So you can simply say to Alexa or Google or HomeKit, in the ideal world, goodbye. Turns off your lights, fans, your power, and then of course it goes into a cleaning mode. Yeah, self-emptying. This is the self-emptying one that we talked about, because it has a self-emptying function, which every household needs. So in the top here, you've got the actual bag. So it's a bag system, which means immediately I'm gonna need to buy some extra bags. But this base is just huge compared to the Samsung one, but obviously because of the processes that it obviously spits, or as my daughter explained, spews. Did you say it spews?
Yeah.
Yeah, spews all the parts out. So yes, we're ready. Just to give those engineering lovers a bit of an example before, this is the charging station, and this is the vacuum port that takes the actual rubbish. So obviously running up to the top there. Thought that was a pretty cool design. It's just an IEC plug, goes straight in, but then again, you can wrap the cord around and obviously have it shorter coming out like that. So I like these little things that are, yeah, just add-on extras just to make your installation look a bit neater. Couple of little extra features and bits and pieces that come in the box. So you've got bags, and this is what I was talking about, the bags that I'm gonna need for the automatic emptying. You've got an extra bristle, and then you've got obviously some filters, charging, a wall. So Roomba use a wall instead of a magnetic strip, which could be a good idea if you have like an area that you just don't want it to go into. I've actually flipped the Roomba over here. I love this. I've got to say I love it heaps. Why? Because the old ones used to use bristles. And of course, any place there's hair. So if you've got dogs, cats, obviously ladies with longer hair, it just gets stuck. Now this is so much better because of the design. Obviously the automatic dirt disposal port there. But I love this. I haven't tested it out, but I love it. In terms of its design, I think that that's just a brilliant solution compared to what it was. Similar how they've integrated in now, a little push button there, and you can pop this bad boy off. A little bit bitsy from first point of view. You've got your filters here that obviously you can pull out and replace. And then if you push this guy here, it opens up the door. See, there's like a mesh insert there, so you can obviously wash this part of it. You've just got to take out the filter if you want to. That'll be interesting to see how that goes after a little while, and whether this these small ports just end up getting a bit blocked. Okay, I do like this guy for its looks, especially if you like that type of geeky Star Trek type of. Oh, it's playing sounds and all for me. That must mean it's charged and ready to go. Compared to the Samsung, this guy looks a lot, I'd say more Apple-like in terms of its design. I really like this semi-sheen finish, the way that the lights interact, nice and smooth. The Samsung just looks very, very techy, so probably suits our lab, but I wouldn't say a home. So let's power it up and get the app going, see if we can get some integration. Okay, so we've hooked it up in the skills in the back end of the Alexa. And now, Alexa, start cleaning. See, it's pretty fast to respond. So, thumbs up for the Roomba and integration with Alexa. With Google, I imagine it would be exactly the same. Unfortunately, not so with HomeKit. I'll show you that in another screen. Okay, so if you want to do HomeKit, unfortunately, it needs to go through iFTTT. And 9to5Mac has a good document on how to do it. I guess it's okay if you want to follow this. You know, you've got to create an applet with a webhook and do the trigger through a shortcut on your screen. So yes, it can be done. not straightforward. So check out that on 9to5mac.com if you want to have HomeKit enabled, or a shortcut to enable it through using Siri, I should say. Okie doke, so let's have a look at creating a routine. We're in Alexa, so we're gonna go straight into routines, which is this guy here. And all we've got to do is go plus, and of course the key thing is when this happens. So we're gonna do a voice control, but we could also trigger a routine like if our garage door was going down, we could start the cleaning off. But for this sake, we're gonna say clean up. Oops, if I spell it right. Clean up. And that could be, keywords like saying her name, then goodbye, and turning off the lights. For this particular, what we're gonna do is go smart home, and we're gonna choose the device. So we're gonna actually go and find her. She's called Charlotte with an S, and of course it comes on. So that's the first action, is that we want her to turn on. We're also going to announce a custom message. If you've got kids, you'll like this. You could say their name, or we're gonna say clean up started. Please pick up, oops, anything. Oh, auto text, gosh. Anything on the ground. Ground. Sorry, I'm trying to do this around my iPad. Cleanup started, please pick up anything on the ground. So that's what we're gonna get her to say, because of course if there's a sock on the ground, yeah, she could pick up that something's there, but for the sake of this, it's just easier if you pick up things off the ground. Choose device, we're gonna say the device you speak to. It could be too that you turn lights on or turn lights off, but once you press save, you could walk up to any Alexa device, and it's very, very similar in Google. I'm not gonna show that, but very similar in Google. You pick your device, and that cleanup process then will take place. So you walk up to any Alexa device, say clean up, it'll start the Roomba off, and obviously these routines can be triggered through timers. You could turn it off after a period of time. It's great, so easy, so very, very easy to follow. Okay, so let's have a look at the actual app. I've been in here before. I'm connected remotely at the moment, and obviously, as you can see, we've called it Charlotte. In terms of the app's cleanness, I quite rate it, I quite like it. One of the best parts of this is this smart map section. So if I go to smart maps, I'm actually teaching it to learn, I guess, a map of our particular house. And so you can see here, it's trying to actually learn to create your house. And that then is a great way to do room by room cleaning. I think it's awesome. Some people might not like the fact that you can actually, it gets to know your actual house. But for me, I think that it's very, very cool. So once she's learned, I can do some more details there. But if I go back and I go to history, which is another cool kind of data, I can go, so it got stuck yesterday, and you'll see that it started to map the house out. Now, what we noticed immediately compared to our old Roomba is that this mapping enables really good cleaning. So the white spots there, obviously, it's missing out on. Now, there could be a shoe in the way, or something that's dropped on the floor, or a mat, or a chair. So this doesn't necessarily mean it hasn't cleaned. It could mean that it just couldn't get to that particular location. And then, of course, it's got stuck up here in our house, and down here is the base station. Even to the detail, it tells you it was stuck off the floor, the dirt events, the time. So it was very, very cool. I like this fact that the app now is really quite intelligent. definitely leaps and bounds ahead of the first models that ever came out. So you got your data there wherever it's got stuck or low battery, and because it's got the base, we've gone and it's cleaned. So we got a program to clean it every morning at 8 a.m. and then once it's full, instead of just stopping or returning to the base to recharge, it goes back to the base and obviously dumps the load that it's had, and then goes and keeps cleaning, which I just think is awesome, because it actually does your whole house. So yeah, some really good data within the app itself. Smart maps, like I said, your scheduling, very, very easy to use, and integration was done down I'm not actually at the same site, so it was done down at in these areas here. You just load in your Alexa and Google account, and she's away. So something that's very, very cool is the way that it integrated in. So thumbs up again for the i7 from Roomba. I believe the actual system is around about $1,800 to buy. Yes, I said $1,800, which should make you shake a little bit. But in terms of automation and ease of use, yeah, I'd really rate this one up quite highly. It's super expensive. You can buy the vacuum on its own for about $1,500, and then the base is $300. And essentially you're buying another vacuum. But we haven't had to empty it yet. So yeah, I'm really rating the i7 quite highly with the base. For the price, I think it performs very well.